Hi, I'm Christina and this is going to be my first ever book unhaul. So because I'm moving house soon, I wanted to have a little bit of a clear out and just get rid of some books that I'm not really interested in keeping anymore. So first up, I have The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. So I read this one last year and I really didn't like this one. It was just a 2-star read for me. It's a thriller. I thought it was a bit boring. I thought it was a bit contrived, just a bit run of the mill. And honestly, I can't remember anything about this book. And yeah, that's about it, to be honest. I don't think I'll be reading any more of Lucy Foley's books. She's just not the author for me. It is a shame to get rid of this one though, because it has such a beautiful yellow cover and spine that it's gonna ruin my rainbow shelves a bit to get rid of it. But honestly, I'm just going to keep books I really like, because otherwise what is the point? So that's the first one that is going. Yeah, just a disappointment really. And then the next one, in a similar vein, is another disappointing thriller. It is The Chain by Adrian McKinty. And this is a book of two halves really. It is quite different in the way the first part and the second part seem. And the first part, I was really enjoying it. I thought it was really interesting. And then the second part, I did not like at all. It seemed to completely change the tone of the book. And it kind of felt like he had ideas for two different short stories and then just kind of squashed them together. And no, I didn't like it at all. I thought the first half was really good. And then I thought the second half was just, I don't know, over the top and exaggerated and just crazy, to be honest. So yeah, that was just another 2-star read. Pretty disappointing. And yeah, the lovely red cover. I don't have many red books, but it's going, so that's that one as well. And then I've got another disappointing one that I read last year, but this one is a science fiction book. This is Vox by Christina Dalcher, and I actually have a full rant review on this book because I thought it was such a disappointment. I absolutely loved the concept of it, but I thought the execution of it was really, really poor. It's basically about women and how they can only speak so many words a day. So they have like this whole concept that women are only allowed to say maybe 100, 200 words a day. And I love the idea of it. I thought it was such an interesting premise. But the book itself was, yeah, 100-word limit, that's what it is. And yeah, I love the concept, but yeah, just the book itself, just no. So that's that one as well. And then I have the Elizas by Sara Shepard. Now, the reason I got this one is because I really enjoyed the Pretty Little Liars novels when I was a bit younger, and I really enjoyed the series as well. It was just really good fun and I had a great time with it. So I was hoping for more of the same with this newer book by her, and honestly, I cannot remember a single thing about this book. I'm pretty sure it's kind of a mystery kind of idea, but I could not tell you anything about this story, and I only read it maybe a year ago. So yeah, and I remember it was a really good buy on Amazon, and it has such a beautiful cover. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous book. But no, such a disappointment, and I can't believe I can't remember a single thing about this book. I mean, that's really, really bad. There is no recollection of reading this at all. So just completely forgettable for me, which, yeah, it's not good. So that's that one going. Now this one, Everything is Lies by Helen Callaghan. This is actually the book I did my first ever rant review on, so I will link that too if you're interested in rant reviews. I've got one for Vox and I've got one for Everything is Lies. And yeah, I think I talked about this book for about 15-20 minutes when I first filmed how much I didn't like it. And again, similar to the Elizas, I have no recollection of this book. I can't remember what it was about, or oh, now I'm reading the back, I do kind of remember what it was about. But no, just really disappointing, and I think I was just expecting more than there was. I think my expectations were a bit too high for this one. So yeah, that's another one that is going to be going. Now this one is actually a book that I absolutely love. It's Scythe by Neal Shusterman, and the only reason I'm getting rid of this one is because I have the complete trilogy as well. So I bought this book by itself and then I loved it so much, so I bought the whole trilogy because it was cheaper to buy the whole trilogy than just the next 2 books. So yeah, I think this is wonderful, and I just hope someone else is going to enjoy this one. Well, I hope someone's going to enjoy every single one, obviously, because I'm going to be donating them all to my charity shop. But yeah, that one was really, really good, and I really like that one. So the next one I have is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. So this is another science fiction book, and I didn't dislike this one at all. I thought it was quite good. I gave it 3 stars, but yeah, it was just, I don't know, what's the word for it? It was underwhelming, I think is the word I would use. It was just one of those books that has so much buzz on BookTube and your expectations are so high going into it because it's beloved and so many people seem to love it. So I was going into this really expecting something quite special and quite unique. And when I read it, I thought that it was fine and I enjoyed my time with it, but it wasn't anything wonderful for me. It was just a nice kind of read. So yeah, I don't really feel the need to hold on to this one because it doesn't really have a lasting impression on me. And I know that it's the start of a series, but honestly, I don't really have any intention of reading the rest of the series. So yeah, just time to say goodbye to this one, and hopefully someone else will enjoy it and hopefully be excited to see the start of a series in a charity shop. So that's that one. So the next one is Wild Girls by Rory Power, and this is a science fiction book. So there's a bit of a theme here of disappointing science fiction books. I've got Vox, I've got The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and I've got Wilder Girls. And this one is so beautiful, the cover is gorgeous, and I think again it was just my expectations were too high. There was so much buzz around this book on BookTube, there was so much hype, and I was expecting more than what I got. So again, I really liked the premise of this one. I thought the concept was excellent, but the story itself was just, it fell short for me, and I didn't really feel connected to any of these characters. And again, this has been quite forgettable. I don't think I could tell you much about this story, and I didn't read it really that long ago. So yeah, that's another one that was just disappointing. And then I have another disappointing thriller. And this one is Dirty Little Secrets by Jo Spain. And honestly, I cannot tell you a single thing about this book. I think I read it in 2020 or 2021, so really not long ago. And my memory is blank. There is nothing here at all. I don't remember a character's name. I don't remember anything about what happened. And okay, reading the back, I do remember it. And yeah, no, just really underwhelming. And I can't even remember why I first heard about this or wanted to read it, but yeah, no recollection really of this book. Just another really disappointing one. So those are all the books that I've read that I'm getting rid of. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that was 9 of those. And now I'm going on to my TBR books. So, well, actually, I have a book that I DNF'd. So this is The Good Daughter by Karin Slaughter. And she is such a popular thriller writer, and I hadn't read anything by her. So I tried this one, and I think I read only a little bit, maybe 40 or 50 pages, and I just knew it wasn't the book for me. It was so gruesome and violent, and it was just too much for me. I'm quite good at reading thrillers with things like that, but I just thought, no, it made me feel uncomfortable, and I didn't like it. And I just wasn't enjoying it at all. So I DNF'd this one, and I just do not think she's the author for me. I think it's a bit too much for me, and I didn't like the way that it made me felt. So that one is definitely going, and hopefully someone else will enjoy it. So I haven't read it, it was a DNF, but I'm never going to pick it up again. I left it on my shelf for a good 6 to 9 months thinking, oh, you'll have to give it another go if you're in a different frame of mind. And honestly, no, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I don't really want to go back into that headspace again. I didn't enjoy it. So that's that one going. And now I have my actual TBR books. So I have Atonement, and I have had this book on my shelves for years and years and years. Honestly, it's probably the book that's been on my bookshelves the absolute longest that I haven't read. And I was just thinking, am I ever going to actually read this book? And I think the answer is no. I obviously watched the film with Keira Knightley, and I really thought it was an excellent film. It's so moving, it's so poignant, it's so emotional. And I was thinking, am I ever going to actually read the book when I know the story? I don't think I am. I think I'm always going to pick a new story to me, a new book to me, because, you know, there's only so many hours in the day, there's only so many books you can read, and I doubt that I'm ever genuinely going to go and pick this up. So it's time to say goodbye, and hopefully someone else will get some enjoyment out of it. And now this one, Her by Harriet Lane. So I bought this one from the library, and I think they're only 25p, and I bought it quite a long time ago, and I just thought, am I actually interested in this book? Because I bought it years and years ago, definitely pre-COVID, And I looked on Goodreads at some of the reviews, and it's got some really, really low ratings. And if you just kind of scroll down the reviews, there's some really bad reviews quite high up. And I was just like, are you ever really going to pick this up? Because when did it come out? Oh, well, it came out of the library at 2014, so I genuinely have had this book for years and years. And I was just like, no, I don't think I'm ever going to read it, honestly. I want to pick up like the slightly newer books, the books I'm really excited to read. So I think for me to actually pick this book up one day, I probably would have to have no other reading material available to me at all. It basically would have to be like the last book on my bookshelf. The Atonement would have to be the only thing I could possibly read in the world for me to read this book, and it's just not going to happen, is it? So it's time to say goodbye to that one. And now I have a series of books, and obviously this is very, very beloved. It is the Lord of the Rings series, and also we have The Hobbit too. And I tried to read The Lord of the Rings quite a long time ago when I was much younger, and I didn't really enjoy it. It's just not my cup of tea. There was a lot of songs, and there was just a lot that I wasn't interested in, and it felt very repetitive. And then I also tried to read The Hobbit a couple of years later. I thought I'll start from the very beginning, you know, start with the prequel. And again, didn't get very far into it, didn't really enjoy it. And I've had these on my bookshelves for years and years and years, probably since I was like a young teenager. And I've tried to read them, didn't enjoy them. And honestly, am I ever going to come back to these books? And I think the answer is no. I am very, very unlikely to want to read them. And if the mood ever does strike me in the next few decades, I can just easily pick them up again. So yeah, there's another group of books that are going. So altogether, how many have I got that's going? I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 books. So that's quite good actually. It's quite a large amount. So I'm pleased with that, because that would have been a good box full of books that I do not have to take to my new home now. So that's it, 16 books in my first ever Unhaul, and I'm going to be donating all of them to my local cancer charity shop. So yeah, I'm hoping someone else is going to really enjoy these, and I'm hoping someone's going to be really excited to see them sitting on the shelf and have a good time with them, because I was genuinely excited to read all of these books when I first got them. And yeah, we all have very different reading tastes, so I hope someone out there gets to have a good read with some of them. So thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you've liked it, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more of me talking about books. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.